Everybody, thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I appreciate you taking the time. What a crazy day it has been for me trying to put this damn thing together as fast as I could so we could talk a little bit before this trade deadline coming at 4 p.m. today. And I put together some of the moves. One of the moves just happened right as we were talking here, so I'm going to try to keep you up to date with anything that does happen here, but I appreciate all of you tuning in here. We had the Packers trading Rasul Douglas away to the Buffalo Bills. So that is not one of the things I was able to put into my stuff here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get through this. And look, the Eagles, obviously, we talked about earlier today, have some cap space, have around $3 million. We talked about 15 picks in the next couple of years here. So we've got some ammo here. So if those are your questions, just know that the Eagles can make some moves if they feel necessary. And you can see the 2.9 mil. Then we've got some future cap spaces, as well. If you want to trade for someone, extend them. Some of those things have to happen if you want some of these players. And, I've been doing my best to keep you up to date with all of this stuff. So you know what kind of ammo we have. And you see 9 picks next year now that we added that 6th rounder, getting rid of Kentavious Street, opened up around $800K. In cap space. So the Eagles, they've got a little bit of room to play here. And we had a couple of things happening around the league. So I want to keep you up to date with all that stuff. Leonard Fournette going to the Bills practice squad. Kenyon Drake to the Browns practice squad. So not just trades, but we've got some names moving around here. And obviously this past week is what I wanted to keep up with. Didn't get to put them all in one page. It's just today did not work out how I wanted, but got all of the moves that happened so far this past week. Byard and Edmonds obviously switching there. Kentavious Street going to the Falcons. Montez Sweat going from the Commanders to the Bears earlier today. And then Leonard Williams going from the Giants to the Seahawks. And I was ecstatic about that. Look, Montez Sweat, obviously hate having to see him twice a year, but we already played them twice a year, and they got that work. So all good, but I'm happy to see these guys leaving the NFC East. But then we had some more moves, and the Commanders were not done getting rid of their edge rushers. So they sent Chase Young to the 49ers, and oh boy, what a game that's going to be when we play them. We will be seeing Chase Young for a 3rd time. See if he can do absolutely nothing again. Well, I think he had a sack that first game. But look, I think, obviously the 49ers trying to stack up that defense because we all know Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback, and they're just a team that, they're going to pray to the football gods that they can even stand a chance in the ring with the Philadelphia Eagles. But you can see some other moves made. Doug Peterson grabbing himself Ezra Cleveland from the Vikings. Dobbs going from the Cardinals to the Vikings with, Kirk Cousins going on IR, tearing his Achilles. Unfortunate news there for them. And then Donovan Peoples-Jones going to the Lions, who now have 642 wide receivers. So some moves that were made, and as this chaos continues to ensue here, we'll see what kind of moves are made, but I will try to keep you up to date with everything. And I actually had that made where I could fit in 5, and there was not 5. And then literally right when I was getting this ready, we talked about that Rasul Douglas trade. So it's all right, dude. But I'm going to keep you up to date with everything I can, and I want to hear your thoughts throughout the show here. Who you think the Eagles should try to grab? I gave you my top 50. We talked about, I gave you more than that. It was really 80 people that we talked about with the linebackers, the safeties. We got one of those safeties. Talked about every other position, but let's effing go, baby. But love to hear your thoughts. You want to talk about those trades around the league, how you feel about them, where you think the Eagles should go. Love to hear your thoughts. The dragon in the building. Appreciate you, my dude. Hope you are doing well. And this thing is, the internet sucks, man. I hate this computer. I hate it all. But gotta bear with me here. I've been trying to click these comments here. I don't know why but love it, love it, love it. And the one move, I talked about was Chase Young, because we'll be seeing him for a 3rd time. But as I told you guys, I'll be breaking it all down in this show right here. Not going to waste my time posting about every trade around the NFL. I've done that the last few years, and mostly people are just whining or complaining about it. And it's all right, dude. People just always upset. And it's all right, I just want to talk football for the love of God. So, and yeah, look, the Eagles could definitely make another move. We talked about last night and today, how we opened up some cap space, there's obviously a lot of chatter around the league, and you hear people, this guy, we're getting Tyreek Hill and Patrick Surtain and Derrick Henry. And look, man, they're always going to make that stuff up. E-money, my man, let's epic go Birds. But I talked about a lot of more reasonable trades the Eagles can make, a tight end 2, a running back, versatile defensive back that can play a little safety and nickel corner. Maybe, a lot of positions, wide receiver, somebody could take off the top, a deep threat, somebody that could help you in the return game. A lot of things the Eagles could do to try to improve this team. So, look, Howie is literally cooking right now. Talked to my source this morning, and as he told me, look, he's trying to make a bunch of things happen. So nothing in stone here, but we'll see. And look, I'm all about making this team better. So if we can add somebody that makes us better, I am all about it. So take a gander here. Tommy DeVito promoted to the 53-man roster by the Giants. Oh, big move for them. Rasul Douglas got traded for a 5th-round pick, no doubt. So, hey, waiting on you guys. And look, the Eagles didn't do anything. So, as I told you, try to make it around 3:30 today, unless the Eagles made some kind of move. But, that's what I talk about a lot, my man. Appreciate you tuning in and seeing people always predict out. Yeah. You guys know this is like Christmas for me. 4 o'clock cannot come soon enough. Not having to hear how much the Eagles suck every day and how we need to trade for Patrick Mahomes and Derrick Henry. And I just, but we've gotten through it. I appreciate all you sickos tuning in with me. We talk about the more reasonable things that can happen, how those things can happen. I show you even the ones that are wild out there that people, make up. I have a source that, never had a source before or ever got anything right, but they got sources. Oh, too funny. But, you see all of it, man. And I do my best to just try to keep you guys, in line with what's actually happening, what we actually have here when it comes to, draft capital, cap space, things like that, and what actually makes sense. And you're always going to see, people making stuff up. And, hey, they get paid to get those clicks. And people continue clicking, continue interacting with it. So they're going to continue doing it. And it is what it is. And, that's what we're here for. Yo, my man, appreciate you calling. Hope you're doing well. Yo, my dude Doyle in here. We got a party in here. Let's effing ride. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Let's go. Man, I'm still pissed about that parlay not hitting. I could have bought a new damn computer, man. And I never bet like big money or anything, but I made such a big parlay and it was 100% profit boost. Threw the Julio touchdown in there. Oh, I was pumped. All we had to do was win by those 2 touchdowns. And then those assholes score at the end. Killing me. But, indeed, you see those moves. Don't forget Chase Young to the Niners. Yeah, don't forget, man. It is right there for you to see on that graphic. Chase Young to the 49ers. Yeah. Did I not have that on that graphic? Let me take a look here real quick. Sorry, guys. I thought I had him on there. No. Yeah, he's there. Right down there at the bottom, you can see Chase Young from the Commanders to the 49ers. So all about it. So let me take a look at my phone here, see if anything else is going down. Not seeing anything yet, but let me keep this thing moving. So let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to look at my phone, do all this here, but if I do have to pause this or anything, I know the woman will be coming home soon. Just bear with me here. But now it put me to the bottom. Let me get back to where these comments were. Where were we? Jalen to the Steelers. Jalon. Who is Jalon? Jalon to the Steelers. I'm trying to think of players in the NFL named Jalon. I don't know, man. I didn't see any trades to the Steelers, so yep, I think you're lost at sea, my friend. But no doubt, you guys see that there. We got 20 minutes. Hey, look, we've talked about it over and over again. I don't care if the Eagles do or don't. If they don't, I still think we're winning the Super Bowl, and I think the media and fans will be with me soon enough. I know you sickos have been riding with me from the get, baby, and it's dynasty season. We're winning our first, and then we're building on it. Now, it's the first of the dynasty, clearly our second Super Bowl, but all about it. Look, Surtain is a very talented kid. I think next year you should be looking to add no, a corner, and you don't have to risk it if you get someone like Surtain, and you would obviously have to pay him, but we could do that. I showed you the draft capital we have. We can make those moves. I think Patrick Surtain, we have this, we have Slay, we have Bradbury, but what if you package someone in there? What if you give Bradbury up and, you get someone like Surtain who is much younger, you have a brighter future, you lock him down. Maybe that's the move. I told you guys have heard me say it, but I'll repeat myself if you need any questions you guys have. But yeah, Surtain, I still feel the same way I did the other day in that show. Chase always hurts, Niners can have. But look, he played both times against us. He's a very talented young man, so that's a great addition for them. Really good pickup, having Bosa and Young together. Oh my God, what year are we in? Bosa and Young, son of a bitch. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope you're ready for the trade deadline, Liz. Appreciate you taking the time. He sure is, man. And got a lot of hate last year and the years leading up to it for that, supporting Howie while everybody said fire him, but to see this year, see everybody praising him, it is, thank you, God. Oh my God, how unbearable those last few years were. So you sickos, I'm glad I found you, because my God, we got to fight through the negativity, the whining, and we got to rise to the occasion, because that those people are going to have to delete and backtrack everything, because, dude, this team, oh my God, they're going to win the Super Bowl, and I'm going to keep repeating it. And he actually went to the Bills, as you saw at the bottom ticker. But you guys sorry if my internet's messing up if you're not seeing all these things I'm posting. But yeah, he went to the Bills, man. And I don't know who Jalen is to the Steelers, but no doubt you saw all the moves that were made in those graphics there. If you guys can't see those graphics, just let me know. I'm not sure what is happening there. Just glad this day is almost over. Yeah, Liz, you sicko. I know you're with me. My God, this is Christmas for me. I woke up today. I was like, let's go. Chelsea's like, what's going on? Oh, trade deadline. I was like, what this is? One of my most favorite, because I put so much work into breaking down each week, every game, everything going on. And, every time I do, it's always, well, what if we trade for Tyreek Hill that nobody ever talks about? I know you sickos do, but it's like, son of a bitch. Like, I just trying to talk football, and then when you post anything like on a day like today on the deadline, people are like, hey, who cares? It's just the Eagles. And it's like, dude, I post everything about the Eagles every single day, and I can assure you that I do not see whoever this person is commenting. You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever, dude. We'll see. But just glad the day is almost over. We can focus on the main thing, winning. Yeah, no doubt. Look, I think that for me, Liz, you know where my head's at. We don't have to trade anybody. We don't have to do anything. We just got to get healthy, get people on the same page here. And I think if we do that, sky's the limit for this team. I'm really tired of people losing their minds, and screw them, dude. Do not care. Do not care. But Bears several teams, including no, I am seeing about Jalen Johnson here. But it just says that the Steelers are interested. So, no, he did not get traded just yet. But, yeah, I'll keep you up to date with anything I see, don't see. My bad, didn't see it at first. All good, my man. And I come here with those facts for you. Hopefully, Howie doesn't finesse itself out of a player we need. What? Yeah, hopefully fans don't get confused about how this works. If there's a good trade out there, he'll make it. If there isn't, he won't. It's very simple, and we've broken down what this roster looks like. You'll hear the media saying the Eagles are doomed. We can't do this. The defense sucks. The offense sucks. They're so lost moving the goalposts. I don't even know where they're at this point. Johnson, no doubt. Jalen Johnson. Yeah, you're talking about the cornerback from the Bears. Jesus. I was like wondering, I'm like, Jalen. I'm like, who the hell is that? The way it looked, I was like, is he trying to say Jalen? I just thought maybe you were a troll at first, and that took my mind to a different spot. But yeah, Jalen Johnson not traded yet, but my God, there's another one. Just like with Surtain, these guys are on their rookie deals. You can trade for them. You just have to give them an extension. And, obviously in the future, I think we should be adding corner. Look, I like the upside of Ricks and Job. I like Ringo. Been, limited to special teams this year, but we talked about that. Kid had, a long way to go, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of people are saying trade him, cut him, do all that, and it's like, holy shit. Some of these kids actually need to develop. Some of them are more ready than others, and we've talked about it all season, but you see it. People are losing their minds, and that's why I'm so glad that the deadline's at least going to be over, because then they could just stick to, arguing with Cowboys fans and stuff. Because it's like, dude, please stop. But hey, look, we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We are 8 minutes away. But here's the thing. Even after 4 o'clock, you're going to see shit happening. So, and yeah, look, Jesse agrees here. I think that this team is already built to win the Super Bowl, but a lot of injuries happened. So you had to go get a safety. We talked about that. I gave you my top 20, Kevin Byard being one of them, Philly man, and boom, here he is on the Eagles. Now, I talked about the other positions. I'm not thinking we need edge rushers, D tackles. I don't know where the hell that comes from. I think we're deep as hell at those positions. I think, okay, linebacker, maybe if you want to upgrade there, but I like what we have. I think maybe you want to add a running back you'll actually use that can ground and pound. You don't like Penny? Okay, trade him, get somebody else. We talk about, a tight end too, somebody who can contribute, especially if something were to happen. But while Goddard is here, there are things they could do if the right deal is there. But we'll see, man. And you are the man, Colin. Appreciate you all taking the time here today. And any questions, anything you have on your mind, let me know. 2 first-round picks and a third for him. Well, who knows what they actually want? People are going to make stuff up like that all the time. But, for me, they're clearly going to at least want a first. And, a future first could definitely be in there. Future seconds and thirds thrown in. I mean, the kid's very effing good. So you're going to have to pay quite the ransom and then pay him. So if you guys remember during those shows, yeah, it seems great, fine and dandy, but we're building a dynasty here. So unless it's a young guy like Surtain, I don't want to trade for some old man like all these other names that were thrown out there. Like, I don't want to give up stuff. I don't want to move money around for people that are going to be gone. I want people that are part of this future. So, yeah, there are some other pieces I wouldn't mind, but if they're not giving up all these top picks, I'm not mad at it. Either way, I am confident in what we're doing here. So, and I'm very confident. This is the biggest gift in the world to me, the fact that it's over. The fact that people are going to have to talk about the Eagles. I know that's going to leave a lot of people with nothing to talk about, but they can't talk about trades every day. It cannot be anymore. We got to trade. We got to cut everyone. We got to fire everyone. I'm praying that this deadline, this is the biggest. This is Christmas to me, and it always will be. I love this because you guys know I spend so much time talking about the football aspect, and everybody, except for you sickos, just ignores it. And it's like, well, I clicked on this trade video and they told me. And it's like, that's great. But Cam Jurgens is eligible to come back. So we're hoping that we hear that his 21-day window has been open this week. And hopefully he's playing this Sunday. That would be fantastic. So very hopeful to have him back. You guys know I loved when Steen went in there. Opeta, not so great. So, but okay, good. Glad you guys could see it. Because I was like, what the hell? Like, I just kept seeing stuff. I'm like, I thought I made that stuff. But yeah, now we trust indeed. And yeah, look, man, it could go either way. But he's on the phones right now. If there is a good trade, he'll make it. If there isn't, who cares? But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I guess everybody saw it now. I'll keep showing that stuff if you guys want, just in case. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. People, we got to do that. Somebody told me, they're like, you're not a real Eagles fan unless you want to trade for Derrick Henry and get rid of it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, we just traded for Kevin Byard. Like, can you guys be happy about anything? Like, holy shit, dude. And it was just like this dude whining. I'm like, bro, you're clearly not a real fan. Like, you want to get rid of all of our players. And just, this isn't Madden, dude. And you can always tell these new fans, it's like, bro, go back to the Cowboys. Jesus, in Howie Roseman, we trust. Exactly. And that's something, I've been trying for years to get across to people. And you guys know I'm a huge Howie fan. People hate me because of it. But hey, just glad to see those same people that hate me because of it now fans of him and praising him. That's all I ever asked, and try to teach them about the cap and things, how everything works, so that they stop saying fire Howie, stop trading Jalen Hurts. That you got to teach these people a little bit about how things work. And but yeah, man, that's what I was saying, that nothing has happened. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of intriguing pieces out there, right? We need to put in resources to Ricks. Look, there's a lot of good pieces here. So if they want to trade for somebody, they can. If not, I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but anybody who's missed these shows the past couple of weeks, I feel very confidently. And if you have missed, since last year when I claimed that we would make the Super Bowl, maybe we'd win it, but I told you we would be building a dynasty. So we didn't win it. So the dynasty doesn't begin there, but we're still building it. And if we win it this year, we continue. We go 3 in a row, baby. 3 effing Super Bowls in a row. Build this dynasty. dominate the NFL for the next 10 years. And I know people, that's fine. I'm the same guy that told you not to fire Howie. And no, don't trade Hurts. He will develop into something special. So I don't care what the media says, what anybody else says. I'm going to stick to what I know because, well, I actually get shit right. So, hey, man, and no thank you. We are deep as hell at D-tackle. That's why we just got rid of Contavia Street. Roby, they said, look, he might miss 2 games at most. And we saw him just miss 2 games. So let's pray that he is back, Linda. That would be exciting, very exciting. And look, I appreciate that, man. And look, every single day, every single week, you guys know, I let you know everything leading up to the games. And, you know, during the bye week, we'll talk about stuff. I do as much as I can to possibly keep you up to date with everything you would ever need to know, whether it's the Eagles or their opponent for the week. Whew. And yeah, it is pretty wild sometimes, but just in case anybody else missed these trades so far, the big ones that have happened, you see here earlier today, these were obviously, I kept it from the 24th on, wanted to get that Byard trade in there when I was putting that in. But you can see, look, Street was traded last night, and then you had Sweat and Williams to start off the day today. And then, of course, the Commanders also got rid of Chase Young, Saul Peoples-Jones, Josh Dobbs, Ezra Cleveland on the move. And, you know, down below on that ticker, I was showing you Rasul Douglas to the Packers. So some moves have been made, getting closer to the NBA trade deadline, I feel like. You know, a lot of years, not shit happens. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But the Eagles do not need Aaron Donald in any way, shape, or form. We actually have the best defensive tackle rotation in the NFL. So whoever's telling you that, tell them to learn who the Eagles have first, because this team, they're loaded at D-tackle. Also need Joel Embiid, it seems. No, not at all. Do you think Byard trade was the biggest fleece of the trade this season? Look, Howie's always going to trade and fleece people, but that, DeAndre Swift, I think that, you know, Howie continues to show why I didn't think last year that we should fire him, why I think he's the best GM in the league. And I think most people would now agree that, dude, this guy, and, you know, I obviously have had the pleasure of meeting him, and, you know, I understand how the cap and things like that work. So I wasn't with the whole, you know, the narratives being thrown around. People for 3-4 years crying. They had to bring Kleenex with them everywhere. Justin Jefferson and DK. And it's like, all right, dude, like, you wanted me to go through and tell you all the players that all the teams have passed on? Like, holy shit. But people just love to be whiny, and they don't really know what's going on. So it is what it is, man. I can't wait for it to be over. I can tell you that much. We are 1 minute away. Let's go. Yeah, I've heard all of them, man. Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes. It's wild out there, and that's why I cannot wait for this to end. Hicks is not a free agent. He is a Minnesota Viking. But we talked about him during that trade show, and, you know, we talked about pretty much everyone you could have ever imagined during that trade show. So I hope you guys got all you could. New York Jets bolster their O-line, signing Roger Saffold to the practice squad. Whoa, big deal. Bills were making an aggressive attempt at Jalen Johnson, but it was just not to be. So that's why they traded for Rasul Douglas. So it doesn't sound like the Bears want to get rid of Jalen Johnson. And the kid's really good, so I wouldn't do that. Broncos are not expected to trade Judy or Sutton. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, you heard, you know, and that goes back to, like, you know, how they just make everything up. Oh, the Broncos are trading Judy. And it's like, ooh, never works out well during this time. All the people that make stuff up, this has always got to be the toughest time of the year for them, because, like, it either happens or they just, and I know people love that stuff. I'm not trying to, you know, upset you. Your favorite content creator always makes shit up every day. And, you know, I get it, dude. Trust me. I know that's what people out there prefer, but I know you sickos that are tuning in right now, you love the real deal, baby. And that's what this is all about, man. So look, you see it. And the deadline is now over, ladies and gentlemen, 4 o'clock. So again, you will see trades coming in. There could be one an hour from now. I'll stick around here for the next 10, 15 minutes, mess around with you, talk about what's going on. But look, man, even if, you know, nothing happens for the Eagles, just keep in mind, yes, the deadline is over, 4 o'clock. Just keep in mind, man, the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl regardless. Dude, they added Kevin Byard. Now, look, we had 8 different starting secondaries with the safeties and the corners, all the things moving around in 8 games. Wait till this thing is healthy. Wait till Byers on the same page with Blankenship at the corners and the live. Everybody's on the same page. We added new pieces. We had Sidney Brown, who I love as that big nickel, but not as the starting nickel. You got to have Roby there. And Ricks, if he can help out, sure. There are a lot of pieces here that I think, are going to flourish. And it's just going to take a little bit of patience here, ladies and gentlemen. But don't fret. I know a lot of people are pissed how he failed. He didn't get Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes. You're going to hear it all. Dan Sileo is going to lose his mind. The Eagles failed. They didn't go out and trade for Nick Bosa. And you're going to hear it all, dude. And I'm going to laugh hysterically at these people because they're going to have to get on board and repeat my Super Bowl prediction sooner rather than later, man. Critical on draft picks, always thought he traded well. Well, I mean, it's not that he didn't make mistakes, but here's the thing. If you look around the NFL, a lot of GMs make a lot of mistakes, a lot worse than him. So that was always my point. Like, look at what this other stuff he does. Like, this dude's a magician. If he starts listening more to his scouts, as we talked about, things will get better. And he is, I think, really figured things out, and I'm loving it. Trade deadline was boring. Yeah, no doubt. I enjoyed it. What happened? I can't believe how many trades actually happened. That's crazy. It's like the NBA now. It's wild. Some years you don't even see any. So we'll see. But the Eagles added that safety that we talked about. That was the position I thought we should add to. And that's what we did. So who cares about any other position, man? Howie did the Titans. Yo, Saints, everybody, man. Don't pick up the phone when Howie Roseman calls, man. Yo, go effing Birds. And we're on the road to the Super Bowl, all about it. Eagles. Eagles. Let's go, dude. Hope you enjoy that little meal, man. You take care. It was good talking to you, my friend. And you sickos, that's what it's all about for me. I don't care, man. I know I get lots of hate all the time for predicting everything that happens and all the things that I get right. I know people get pissed about that. Look, man, there are so many content creators out there that will lie to you and get things wrong just to get your money. Dude, if that's your thing, go follow them. I always tell people that, man. I'm not trying to be the coolest kid. And you know what I mean? That's not what this is. I want to talk about football, and I know that's not for everyone. But you sickos, baby, let's effing go. Free agent time? No, that is around March. Usually you will see that, the free agency period. But you can always sign free agents if you want. Practice squad signings and tryouts coming for the Birds. Well, the practice squad signings, as I tell you every week, Trell, they're always going to cut and sign people to the practice squad. Yeah, I know people get worked up. This guy got, oh my God. It happens why are we signing practice squad people? Every single week, there are going to be practice squad signings. They're going to make roster moves. That is literally going to happen every single week. Write it down. It's literally going to happen. And I know people get upset about them, but that's why I make a daily show trying to explain them. Like, don't get upset. Look, this guy got cut, but he'll probably be back. Like, Jesus. Yo, my man, appreciate you. Have a good one, man. And look, hope the daughter had a great day at school. And man, again, we are literally just fine. I know you're with me on that, but let's effing go Birds, my friend. Saying how he failed, you can try and trade for anyone, but you still need a partner. It's everywhere, man. All you got to do is click on social media. You'll literally see it everywhere. I don't know how you guys don't see all these things that are right in front. Blankenship is more of a strong safety. No. Our defense is actually a left and right safety. You have to be able to do both. That's why I don't actually call them free or strong, because they have to be able to play both. This is an interchangeable defense where it's about strong and weak side. Good. This is why Penny will start to get his time. No, Penny is the fourth running back. They just don't really like him that much. They like the three that are in front of him. We the best anyways. Indeed, Liz. Agree 100%. And thank God it's over. You're going to see a lot of the slander. A lot of people just making stuff up, what they're experts and things they don't even know basics in. God help us. So we'll get through this, though, man. They'll all be predicting Eagles, and we'll all be very gracious of that very soon. We still have Barnett. Look, not me. There would have been more dead money. And I don't know where all these people, I don't know if it's Dan Sileo, who is telling everyone that all these teams wanted Derek Barnett. I didn't ever think any team was going to try to trade for him, but no doubt. But yeah, you've got depth now. We talk about Nolan Smith. We'll continue to see extended reps. So I'm all about having depth at the line. I'm actually very happy about it. Best team in the NFL. Yes, they are. People are saying, oh yeah, always, man. And hey, I try to help them. And in this defense, they are. You got to know the scheme of the defense. So for ours, I've explained that. If you guys missed that this off season or the last 2 years, with Jonathan Gannon running this same style defense. Go check all of those videos out, and happily explains how this defense works, all that stuff. Let me get back on here real quick because there could be some things. No more trades, Ian Rappaport is saying here. So, hey, man, it looks like that is exactly what happened. So we did not make another trade as predicted. So I'm going to need that person and a bunch of others of you that were telling me how I didn't know anything and how we were trading for Derrick Henry. Not a real fan unless we do. I'm going to hope to hear from you today because, well, I hope you're a fan again, even though we didn't trade for all, Patrick Mahomes and Derrick Henry and all pros at every single position because, well, this unfortunately is not Madden. But I'll keep making those cap breakdowns until people get on board. I've tried so hard to get the media. I do my best to teach them how it works. Other content creators, I want them to understand before, oh, we're trading for this, we're trading. Oh, I want them to understand how that stuff actually works so they can actually decide if that's a real life thing or not. But then again, if they're just making it up for you to click on it anyway, I highly doubt they care. Like we forgot we traded. Yeah, man, they do. And they forgot about it that day. Literally the day we traded for it was when that guy said like, oh, we suck. We didn't get Derrick Henry in that trade. And it's like, what are we doing here, bro? And, well, we're not running the ball enough. Oh, and it's like, well, just 2 weeks ago, you guys were whining about how we weren't passing enough. Like, you got to, maybe put down the drugs. I don't know what it is, but, that always say quit whiny ass attitude is not the Philadelphia Eagles. And thank God our team is nothing like most of this fan base in the media because, holy shit. And Sirianni said that yesterday. Look, if I overreacted like the fans, we'd be the worst team in the NFL. Because we're not trading everyone, cutting everyone, firing all of our coaches every week because people don't know what's going on. That's just not how this works. And I know the people, are pissed off, but this team is winning the Super Bowl. So just try to be patient. Sit back and be like, well, maybe I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. Maybe I shouldn't be angry all the time because Dan Sileo told me. Maybe he never gets anything right, so kind of pointless to listen to him. Have you ever, for the people, not you sickos, for the ones out there, have you ever thought about, maybe I'm going to stop listening to people that lie to me all the time and never get anything right and have no idea what they're talking about? I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Just saying, have you ever thought about that? Because people come to me then and they're mad at me. Well, this guy told me. And it's like, well, that guy has no idea what he's talking about. So, hey, it is what it is, man. Let people be irate if they want to be irate. I told you, I have no more time for that stuff. I want you sickos. That's what this show is for diehard fans that want to talk about football. They want to know everything that's happening in football, no matter what's going on. That's what this is all about, man. And look, I know there are those of you out there, and we outweigh those turds, but the turds live on social media, so it's like, oh, God. So we got to deal with them. It is what it is, man. But I promise I'll keep doing my best to stand up to all of it, just like I did when I was the only content creator standing up for Jalen Hurts or Howie Roseman. It was insane to be the only one. And, to watch the other ones finally come along a couple years later, it was like, thank you, Lord. So we got to be patient with people. It takes them some time, usually a couple weeks, couple months until they start figuring out what I said or until they start realizing what it is that I said. So let's be patient with them. And, look, we got to tell them, be patient with the Eagles because this team's coming to win the Super Bowl, whether they like it or not. Don't care that we didn't trade for anybody. This team's winning the Super Bowl. I'm going to repeat it over and over again. You're going to hear people, I'll say it first, even though Jimmy Smith said it a long, long, long time ago. As long as they repeat me, I don't care. All the content creators need to follow you. They do. I always say I'm your favorite content creator's favorite content creator. They'll pop up in the chat every once in a blue moon, and it's like, hey, I didn't know you watch this show, but it's either something negative or so always trying to prove me wrong. But you have to understand they have to tune in if they want to know what's going on, whether it comes to the cap, the draft, all that stuff. And I get along with a lot of them, don't get me wrong, but there are some entitled douchebags out there who just get to take my work for free, man. And if you guys don't notice it yet, I do, but it's like, whatever, I can't complain about it. You're like, no, hey, they're just stealing your work. It's like, all right, dude, but hey, we're going to help them understand how the cap works. They're going to get how the draft, all this stuff. And look, for those of you who love it, if you love the fact that I've gotten 5 years in a row predicting our first pick, if you like the fact that I always know how the cap works, even before we draft people or trade people, if you like that I predict who we're going to sign or trade for, if that's your thing, welcome. And for those of you sickos who have been here, I love you. But I know, again, not for everyone. And if you're mad at me because we didn't trade for Henry wherever, nothing I can do for you. I would have never listened to him in my life. But look, I know a lot of you guys didn't know who he was, but he's a racist clown. And the only reason I ever see his stuff is because of what you said right there. Because people follow him, people listen to him, they retweet his stuff, and it's like, I don't know how people do it. I would never listen to anyone. There are things I wish I could watch, and I don't have time to. I don't know how people go out of the way to be like, I'm going to listen to this guy who says he has sources and never gets anything right. I'm going to go to this guy that starts saying shit that's never right, always turns his back on players as soon as they look a little bad, and then all of a sudden they're the biggest fan. Those kind of fake people, ain't for me, man. But hey, to each their own, ladies and gentlemen. And look, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I don't mind talking shit with you guys on those people because it's funny. They're always going to trash our Eagles. But to me, they just don't matter. They don't have any idea what's going on. So it's literally a waste of time to even talk about them. When the Eagles have so much going on. And today, later tonight, I'm going to be putting out the behind enemy lines. You'll know everything about the Cowboys. I was doing all this stuff this morning. I'm a straight sicko, man. Like, I love this shit. You will see the Eagles stats and standings so far, the things they did in the offseason that still matter now, how they've done so far this year, the guys on their IR, the practice squad, their entire roster by position, their depth chart. I mean, if you've ever seen that show, it's literally everything you need to know. And then on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, you get the initial injury report every week, unless the game's on a different day. But Wednesday at 4, you'll get that injury report for both teams. And then Thursday, you get the injury report again with the top matchups. So then Friday, you get the game status report. Who's questionable out? Then Fan Friday, taking all your questions and everything, man. And then Saturday, practice squad elevations with the updated depth chart. You will literally know everything about the Philadelphia Eagles and their opposing team. So that's why I always laugh when I see people building and look, hey, they get paid to argue with Cowboys fans and do that stuff. So if that's what people like, no doubt. But I'm just saying, for me, it's so crazy. It's like I put so much work into trying to help people know what's really going on. And then they always show up and they're telling me, and it's like, yeah, I know, man. Like, I make a show every day trying to help. It's always funny waiting. It's like, any day now, man. But that's what it's all about. So hope that you will tune in to that show. I will be posting. It won't be live, but behind enemy lines every damn Tuesday. That, again, putting it out, getting to know the opponent. So I hope you guys check that bad boy out. Going to tell you how we're going to beat those Dallas Cowboys. And I love every second of it, Tiff. You guys are awesome. I really can't thank you enough. Seriously, Liz, China, I know you guys worry about me, and Dank, my man in here. I know Drew, he's probably at work right now. We never know when the hell that poor dude, he's tuned in. Actually, it's 10 o'clock right now for him. So who knows? But, dude, I appreciate it for all of you that were in here. I know Brian and Colin were in here. Linda was in here earlier. For the rest of you, I can't remember because I'm a high plains drifter and I have about 7,000 things going on in my head right now. I love you. And Tom, my man, yo, appreciate you too, dude. Peeking into the crap every once in a while. I guess it's just motivated by negative. Hey, and look, I love it, dude. I love being able to sit here and consistently be the top dog. I have no problem. And it's not content creators. We're not in the same ballpark. I'm talking about the media. The fact that none of them even come close to what I do with the cap, with the draft, all that stuff, dude. It's like, this is weird, man. Just waiting for my time, dude. Until then, I'm just going to keep talking my talk and, let them keep hating. I'll keep educating. Appreciate you tuning in, though, every single one of you. And I hope to hear from you guys on that show. And yes, me and the family doing well. Looking forward to spending some time with them tonight. Going to try to record that video so I have some damn time. Woo! What a wild day it has been. But if anything weird or anything happens, again, and certain things could have been agreed upon, and you never know. But I'll let you know. But I hope you're all enjoying the day. It's finally over. Thank you, Lord. It's Christmas time. Let's go. A little different, DC. Yeah, man. It's all different out there. And that's why I created On the Road to Victory. Somebody's got to be out here speaking those facts. And for those of you who love that stuff, thank you. And if you got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. I'm guessing somebody's home because Herschel, he's getting rowdy. You can always subscribe down below. I hope to hear from you on tonight's show. Again, it will not be live, but hoping to get it out 7:38. I don't know. I'm going to record it when I can, and then it takes time to upload. Dude, yeah, I told you guys, I don't watch ESPN, I don't watch any of that stuff. I rely strictly on my knowledge of the game. And hey, man, if it keeps making me right and them wrong, I think I'm going to stick with what I do. And if you guys like that, hit that like button for me. But hope to hear from you. Hope you're having a great day. Until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all enjoy the rest of your days. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!